Don't underestimate Indonesia, man. This country's nice. I want to talk about a difference, a really important difference between America and Indonesia. America is a closed society, and all of Asia is an open one. What do I mean by this? Everything is behind a closed door in America. In the neighborhoods, everyone hides behind the door of their house. But here in Asia, a lot of people just live their whole lives out in the open. What do I mean? Look at this place I'm staying right now. It's a little A-frame, a little cottage. Everybody has their own little A-frame, right? But it makes sense to just keep the doors open. Everybody's doors are open, and other people are in tents. That is an open space prayer area over there, and it just works, you know? Everybody is just hanging out by, you know, the seat of their own pants. Flying by the seat of their own pants is what we call it. And it just works, man. It just works. It's nice because it lends a communal atmosphere, you know. There's I think it's healthier. I think in a big way, Asia is just a healthier society. And I think a lot of the mental illness and suicide problems we have in the United States lead back to being in a closed society. Think about it. When you have problems, as we all do in our lives, that come up, having people around that are just out hanging out and just looking at you, saying hello, willing to talk with you, it makes a huge difference. In America, it's the opposite. Everyone has this idea of just mind your own business. And that is not how humans have lived for most of history. Even the Native Americans, they lived in teepees with the door open all the time. Most of the time, people were outside. Sometimes they just sleep outside in the open air. And that's part of this modern disease, staying behind closed doors, separate, this idea that we're separate from each other. And yeah, the digital addiction is real here too. People are all just staring at their phones. But there's less of it because people in real life are distracting them from their phones. There's just a sense of openness that is really beautiful and healing, actually. The more time you spend here, the more you adapt and the better it feels. At first, it made me a little uncomfortable, right? It gets you out of your comfort zone to live your life out in the open with less privacy. But there's a certain je ne sais quoi of being able to see people and be around people, even if you don't know them, right? And it's been actually in a lot of the countries I've visited. Vietnam, spent 3 months there. Thailand, almost 2 months there. It wasn't Singapore. It wasn't like that in Singapore. That was westernized. But here in Indonesia, yeah, it's easternized. And that makes it better. It just does. It's healthier. And it's better because that's how we were meant to live as humans. We weren't meant to stay indoors all day, to lead a life behind closed doors, eat meals indoors. We were meant to live in the open air and to be a part of the environment that surrounds us. And that is one of the biggest reasons that I feel like Indonesia is a better country than a lot of other countries in the world. You can't argue that it's drop dead gorgeous. This country's, just go to images, search Indonesia waterfalls, Indonesia snorkeling, Indonesia mountains, volcanoes. Oh, you won't have seen anything like it, I bet. It's incredible. And it's affordable. The place I'm staying at tonight is a little pricey for what it is. If it wasn't in such a nice premium area right beside Mount Rinjani National Park, then it would be way less. Maybe 1/3 of the cost. Even then, I still only paid $17 for this little cute little A-frame, my little cottage. And yeah, the bathroom is strange. I have to admit, as a Western person, the bathrooms are taking and getting used to. I mean, they have like the squatty potties, is how I call them. Tell me, just like the in-ground toilet is what I call it, and the bucket thing where you just fill up your bucket, and you take your shower that way. It reminds me of my off-grid house out in the desert. I did that for a long time, just heat up buckets of hot water. I don't mind it so much. And no sink, you just fill up the bucket and use that. So it's rustic. It's eclectic. And yeah, there's problems. Nowhere is perfect. If you go, I looked out at the creek this afternoon, and it was full of trash. Trash is a serious problem in Indonesia. It's everywhere. And I think I figured that out too. It stems from when people wrap things in banana leaves, and then all of a sudden single-use plastic comes along, and the same habits are persisting of just throwing things away. I don't need that anymore. Bye. And so I think that explains a lot of the single-use plastic, because introducing single-use plastic into their society was just, destructive. That's all. In the corporations. I don't stand for that. We gotta save this planet, by the way. It's beautiful and it's worth saving. I'm about to go on a 3-day guided hike where porters are gonna carry all our stuff, all the camping gear. I just gotta carry a small, light backpack. And all of that, 3 days, only $150 for one of the nicest hikes in the world. Fully guided, all the meals provided, cooked for you. How insane, how amazing is that to have that experience? So I couldn't resist to climb one of the craziest mountains in the world, where there's a hot spring at the top. There's so many experiences that you can have in Indonesia, whatever you're into. I like the outdoors personally, hiking, hot springs. Anything you're looking for, it's here. They just don't have the modern nice things that Thailand has or the US has. A lot of the roads are dirt, bumpy, bad, dangerous, actually. But the people are happy. Ever notice how the poorer a place is, the happier it is? The more kids that people have. I'm like, how do you have 5 children and you have no money? And they're like, no, I don't know. It just, it flies in the face of everything that is going on in the world today, where people are having less kids in America than ever before because they can't afford to. But here, people can't afford to either, way less, and they're having more. It goes to show that it's just a matter of culture and perspective. And I think that America just has a lot of healing to do. It's a sick society. It's a closed door, sick society where people feel like they're better than each other, they're separate from each other, and it's simply not true. We are all in this together. And that's uncomfortable at times to really feel like you're all in the same boat, on the same planet, going through the same things. And at the end of the day, money doesn't matter. You can't, when you die, you can't take it with you. So you might as well figure out the keys to happiness. And Indonesia has a lot to teach about it. I learned a lot in Vietnam as well. Thailand, a little bit. I do miss Thailand. The food was the best. Indonesia, though, the food is right there at it. I've had some of the best friggin' food here, man. The curries and the jackfruit and the dragon fruit, mangosteen, and whoa, insane variety, insane different flavors and textures, and beautiful, beautiful food. Yeah, man. I just, I love this country. And as the fourth most populous country in the world, it is overlooked. You know, there's hardly any Americans over here, is what I'm noticing, is mostly all Europeans. And a lot of the Europeans are having a hard time getting here now because of the conflict, the world conflict. Have to take longer, more expensive flights. And the Indonesian rupiah, their currency here, is weaker than ever. The time is now to visit Indonesia if you have ever been thinking about it. And every time I come here, I'm like, dang it, I gotta come back. I like getting countries out of the way, you know, visiting Vietnam. I feel like I got it out of the way. Like, I spent 3 months. I can live the rest of my life and not go back to Vietnam and be totally fine. Thailand, I was like, yeah, I like this country a lot. I don't necessarily have to come back. But Indonesia, I'm like, dang it. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I missed out on rafting, whitewater rafting. I missed out on the motocross thing I wanted to do here on Lombok, which is the island right next to Bali, if you don't know. And it's very easy to get here, catch a short flight or a short speedboat. I didn't go to the Gillies. I didn't do the motorcycle thing I thought I was going to do with the curvy roads out here. Man, there's just a lot to do. And it's just not perfect. Yeah, I have to reiterate that. It is not a perfect place. The flaws are it's dangerous as far as road fatalities, riding a motorbike. Not theft or crime or anything like that. It's not dangerous. And it's annoying because the other thing I don't like about Indonesia is it's scammy, where people are just trying to milk you like a cash cow and get every single rupiah off of you that they can. You know, you got to pay for this, and just to do like one thing. that I don't like. You know, where a lot of the citizens, they charge like a toll to get to a certain place, even though they didn't improve the road at all. So, you know, stuff like that. But really, at the end of the day, they're usually just trying to get like 50 cents out of you, or $1. So if you lose, he's like, okay, good job, you got my dollar. But it's just opening my mind, you know. Indonesia is a good country to get your mind open and see how, you know, diverse the world really is. Because this country, just within this country, there's hundreds and hundreds of ethnic groups and all kinds of different languages and everything, and all kinds of islands, and they all have their own religions and all. They're so diverse, so many different cultures, and they're all valid. They're all cool, and they're all worth experiencing. So, at the end of the day, I keep coming back. I keep choosing to come back, even though it annoys me in some ways. I love this country, man. I love Indonesia. And I hope that one day you come here and you love it too.